Greetings and salutations, everyone. I'm, as always, Darth Devious, bringing another video review, and welcome back yet again to Superion from Combiner Wars. And this time we are looking at what is arguably my favorite of the 4 Limbots that have been released such far, and that's Alpha Bravo. Now, Alpha Bravo was in the comics. He's a new member of Superion. He replaced Slingshot. Either Slingshot was badly damaged to the point where he could no longer be part of Superion, or he was killed outright. Depends on who you talk to, depends on what you read, I don't know. I'm not really following the comics too much, but that's the gist I could get from this. And yet, at the same time, there are bits of him that homage Slingshot, so it's a nice compromise. And it works. Him being a helicopter, he's still in a mode of aerial transportation, which means he could be an aerial bot. Yes. And he has more nice artwork on him. His card is, half in, half out, because I just haven't taken him out. His helicopter mode on the back. Airborne Special Ops. Alpha Bravo. He only has 13 steps. He actually has a slightly different transformation than the others. Shows him as a right leg, which I actually do use him as the right leg. So, yeah, that works nicely. And to me, he does have the best foot mode out of all of them. He actually looks like a foot. The bottom of the foot actually looks like a foot once it's in place. He makes a good leg. Yeah, so there we go. Let's get that out of here and Superion there, blah blah blah. We know all that. We'll bring in the helicopter because it's cool. And he's a pretty cool helicopter, and he hides his robot mode better than most of the others. Yeah, these are his arms, but because they're attached to these missile pods like this, it hides them better. You could say they're just part of the helicopter's design for weaponry. His legs are completely hidden, which is really nice. So, yeah. It's a pretty cool looking helicopter. And yeah, this spins freely. It does have a tendency to get stuck. And the blades, because of how the helicopter transforms, they have a tendency to get stuck too. But still, it's pretty cool. Now, there is an aspect to his transformation that reminds me greatly of the original classics Astro Train, and you'll see what I'm talking about if you ever have had Astro Train or anything else. He has a nice gun. The only thing is they made this side almost completely hollow, which is a little disappointing. What can you do? And then here's his foot thing, hand thing, with Gatling guns on it. Like I said, it's really cool that they're all interchangeable. They've got different weapons on them. If you want to find one that has the aspects you want for Superion to have as weaponry, put them wherever you want. I love that. I also like that if you plug this on the bottom of him, you can use this as a stand. So it looks like he's flying with the weapons on the bottom. You can plug this on the side. It's kind of dumb, but you can do that. But yeah. Like I said, he is arguably my favorite. There's just something about him I like more than the others. And basically his transformation is almost all about his legs. There's not much of his arms. There's his arm transformation. It's done. His legs is a little more complicated. You gotta lift up this and move these out of the way. And you gotta come down here, you gotta flip this part up. And this is where it's like Astro Train, because these become his actual feet. And then these come off and come up to the side and actually tab into the side, just like Astro Train. Could we get an Astro Train from this mold? Probably not. Probably not, but still. The engineering's still there. And then like all the others, he pretty much, he tabs in very tightly, but it's pretty much the same thing. Fold down one half, fold down the other half. And you can just, you've seen it all already. Fold that, there's the peg hole. All goes together. Same thing on this side. And like I said, each one of them is similar, but has a slight difference to it. Now with him, you actually do have to rotate the waist for transformation, so that his feet are facing the right direction. And then basically it's just, you know, same thing with all the others. You undo the helicopter bit back here, and just like the nose cones on the other guys, it folds down, it pegs in. You can take these, and what I like to do is stick them in between the fins. It keeps them from moving around too much. You can turn this if you want, just to give it a different look. And then rotate his head. And yeah, he probably has the most steps of all of them, simply because of his waist and the extra steps on his legs. But still, like I said, he's my favorite. You know, I don't mind the combiner ports here. They hide them very nicely. They give them enough to make it look like it's actually part of the robot. And that's a nice little touch. I love the orange on him. That's nice. It's a nice little homage to Slingshot. And he's well armed because he's got the missiles on his arms. His articulation, same as the others. Ball jointed head, ball jointed shoulder, swivel. He has very tight ratchets on his arms. Of course, he's got the waist. We saw that. Swivel, ball joint, 90-degree knee, and his toe pivots. He's got actual toe articulation, if you want to consider that. Yeah. Getting close on his head sculpt, because you know you want to do that. He's got a nice head sculpt. I like this. I like the visor look for the blue eyes. And then he's got... I like how some of these Combiner War figures have these square blocky heads. It's a nice homage to the G1 combiners, where the heads were what plugged into the combiner ports. That's pretty cool. They didn't have to do that, but they did. So there you go. Stay up there, you guys. It helps if you fold this up a little bit to hold those in place. This little, yeah, that back there. You couldn't see it because I'm still zoomed in. Worst reviewer ever. I'm horrible. You guys know that. He can hold his gun. Best put his gun in his right hand because it hides the fact that it's hollow on that side. And yeah, he can do the whole, I've got Gatling guns of doom. That's actually a foot. So yeah. So yeah, he is my favorite. I will say, he is my favorite, and he looks really good. A nice addition to the Aerial Bot team. Will I get Slingshot if Slingshot gets a United States release? Yes. Then I can have options for my Superion. Alright. You guys be good. We got 2 more of these videos to do. Though the next one's not really an Aerial Bot. So just be good and be patient. You guys especially. Later.